We are back. What a beautiful Thursday morning. Okay. That's working good. That's working good. Music's working good. I think we're good. While we're waiting, though, I'm going to make some tea. Because I feel like in the mood for tea. Be right back, guys. Looks like we're still waiting for an 8th person. That's fine. That's fine. Oh. It looks like they are all ready. Okay. Well, while my tea is just making itself. I should tell them they're being recorded. I should tell them they're being recorded. I will in a sec. Now, I know they were talking about wanting to do some gauntlets today. I think they were still in the middle of bickering of what we're gonna do, though. Let's see. Boom. Well, at least I got up a level. It wasn't my intention, but if I got that last night at work, I was playing this a little bit. Don't die, you're on YouTube. Don't die, because you guys are on YouTube right now. Don't you dare. Yeah, they were like, we should do G4, need whales for G5, like a whole crew of whales, da 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 da. Yeah. Alright. Tea. It's a beautiful thing. Playing on a really cold day in New England like today. We were having such nice weather, and then it turned into a rainy mess to where you just want to sleep in, but I had to get up. One leg down, 2 legs down, 3 legs down, 4 legs down. And now we get to crack the crab. Or oyster. That's it, right? That's everything? Everything? Good. Okay. Oh, oops. Didn't even see the time. You chasing me around. Oh, you family. No, actually no. How about I put, oh, my family. You're all my family. We do things together. Should I put on my light? I feel like I should. Looks a little darker in the video for me. How's that? Does that look a little better? Oh no. Maybe. Maybe. It's almost like they're ignoring my messages in the clan chat. Well, not the clan chat, but the warband. I wonder how much the rest of them have grown over the week. Because only me and Chip were able to do the fourth one, CR-wise. Yes. What is yes, Kraken Duck? What are you saying yes to? To the fact that I want tea, and I made some tea? Or that everyone wants to do some kind of gauntlet today? Also, how's the quality? I tried to pump this up to 1080p, so I'm hoping that it is 1080p now. Because apparently, in the last stream, it was only at 480p, even though I used to record in high definition. And it was just doing some silly shenanigans. So hopefully it's better. Well, we're definitely taking it down faster, so I'm pretty sure everyone has gone... Yeah, War! War is up there with damage with me now. Chip is still number 2, though. Me and Chip are the bosses. Crack. Why did you go down, man? Why did you go down, Crack and Doc? Why? I said don't die on stream. Ew. Give me that, please. Yeah, so I haven't played yet today. Sadly enough. Because I was too busy emptying out my fish tank for cleaning. Did you guys pull a random? Sir. Oh boy. I didn't pull anything. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Rufus. I am sure that we will do a gauntlet raid. 100%. And as a Final Fantasy reference, I hope you, Josh. Fine, hold on. Let me do my day job in game. Whoop. Let's not die in game. Alright, Josh, you're up. I'll heal myself too while I'm at it. Okay, back to killing things. Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh. Guys! Why are you dying so much? Chip, you too. No, Chip. You actually need to get up. Because you and me, we're the only ones that can really do a lot of damage on this thing. Do you want a break? Thank you, Jane. Alright. I gotta take this a little more seriously because everyone is kind of dying. Actually, while everyone is killing the slugs, because I know you guys can do that at least. Let's we're going to G4 for Josh. Yeah, totally. Totally gonna do G4 for Josh. No problem. Oh. Okay. We still got 5 minutes before enraged. Okay. We should have this in the bag by then. We should. Nope. Wish I... I swear people are trying to get me killed with the lasers. And it was Bull too. Come on, Bull. That's some bullshit. You trying to kill me like that. Come on now. God damn. Alright. Who's still left? Me and Reckless? The two demon... Of course it's the two demon hunters. Why would it be the two demon hunters doing this? Oh, nope. Don't worry, guys. We're almost done. And clear. Come on, dude. I just need to get you to, like, you know, sub 150 million, and then it's done. Oh, Bull. Bull, god... Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm to help, right? I do appreciate it. But you've been trying to get me killed with these chains, like, every goddamn time the chains came up. I got 2 minutes before enraged. I should have this. We should have this. Look at Josh trying to pull his weight. There's Chip again. Good job, Chip. Good job, good job, good job. Alright, now just need to get this guy down. Crack, I'm picking you up, so you know. Thank you. Oh shit, shit. That was way too many lasers in one spot. I have still yet to go down. Nope, don't you dare. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Just 9 million. Okay. I honestly thought I was gonna die there for a second because that laser was coming in with the lava. Beast mode, Wolfie. Yeah. Yeah, beast mode. More like not trying not to die as much as I can. Oh. Okay, is everyone up now? Is everyone good? Yes? Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my god. Okay. Thank God I'm live streaming. Cause that was bad. And I don't mean you guys. I don't mean you guys. I just mean, like, I honestly thought I was gonna die there because I've been doing so well. I've literally been doing so well not dying to that boss, and I thought I was going to die. Yeah, Bull, like, don't go into the fog like that. You're gonna die. You need your protection. Okay. Yep. Good. Okay. Oh. Did she drop already? I don't think she dropped. Oh wait, this one? Mystic Moon? Mystic Moon. Yeah, Mikhail. Nope. Okay. Let's go, Wolf. Oh my, no, that was hard. That was hard. Okay, so what, we're doing 4 first? G4? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's... It's only 2 big bosses. It's fine. Thank you, Kraken Doc, for saying good job. Thank you, man. I was not anticipating to be doing that at the end. Oh. Doing a good amount of damage to this guy already. Alright, that's one. That's one. Now, this guy. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. You know, after fighting this boss so many times, you know I just realized, guys? There's not a health potion, like, area. The only health potions you get are from him. I appreciate this guy for his difficulty a lot more now. Okay, well you guys take care of that one. I will try to take care of this one. Or we could just do it as a family. I'm fine with that too. See, this is a family building moment. Well, Rufus, you're the one who chose that build, and you shouldn't be saying that's trash. It's not my fault that you wanted to go up against Ultima Weapon with a cannon. Final Fantasy VII reference. I think that's where he gets his name from. Unless his name really is Rufus, then hey, good on you, man. Good on you. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Ooh, who has the most damage right now? Where's my mouse? There it is. Me, War. Wow, War, you're in front of Chip. I can't believe someone has finally overtaken you, Chip, in damage. I need to fix my build to have more beneficial time again. Because I am losing way more primary attack bonuses right now. This is getting dicey. Come on. Okay. Gauntlet complete. Yep, thank God. Okay, everyone alive? Everyone good? Everyone safe? That was close. Is it rough right now, Kraken Dog? I can imagine. It's always sucks when you swap builds and then it's not as strong as you think it was. That's why I stay with my Demon Hunter. I do want to play with the Druid, though, just because he turns into a wolf, and that kind of goes with my name. And if he has the healing capabilities. But yeah, you guys can't see... Well, you can see a little bit of it. Let me see. So Rufus, the leader of our warband, was like, this build is trash. Let's see. What is he rocking? So he is... Wizard? No. This is like Blood Knight, right? Yeah, I think it's Blood Knight. Oh no, slow time. No, he's playing a wizard. So he has a slow time. Living Lightning. Okay. Entropy Field. Sure. Well, if it's not working for you, man, then I don't know. Maybe it's not the build, it's the user. You know what I mean? Because it could be like what I'm suffering with right now, which is my beneficial duration is lowered. And I need to boost that up again, because I changed some of my gear to have higher combat rating. Because I am trying to push to the next difficulty levels CR. Even though it's going to get lowered once it gets released. Even we don't even know what it is yet. But I would like to be ready. Would like to be ready. Who's already offline? Chip? Oh, Chip, you lost connection. It's very unfortunate. You shouldn't be sleeping on the job. You're supposed to be a boss, man. Hold on. What song do I want to listen to? That one. That's more appropriate for this game mode. Or run through the real thing for your upgrades, man. Of course you are, Rufus. Because you were late. Oh, wait. I'm just being a troll right now. Of course you're fine with it. You were late. Work's a mess today. It's my last day for almost a month. And then he laughs. Hold on. There you go. You guys are now included in this conversation that we're having. I'm fine with burning through Hell 3, but I don't have enough time for regular raids. Aw, come on, War. Yeah, low level is fine. I don't care really. Okay, that's fine. Like, everything's gonna die in like 2 seconds, but okay. We'll do what you want, oh gracious leader of the warband. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Yeah. This used to give so much more warband points, and now only gives 40. It's horrible. Go back to YouTube Chinese. Ooh, that's right. I have... Well, I can't really grab my bounties yet because I'm in a raid. Look at Rufus. Oh, Rufus, Rufus. And that is the G5 skin. Man, it's been a while since I fought this guy. And like that, he's already dead. You know, I remember when you actually used to be really fun to fight. That's sad. Oh, I'll start making my way up to the bounty board. I also need to send out my pets too. Alright, Crack. Let me know. Is it running in 1080p or no? Because again, I changed the... I did change it. So that way it should be, but... Well, right now we're doing raids for Rufus. That's because he was late for the raids, Crack and Doc. But can you do me a favor, and can you tell me if the stream is actually streaming in 1080p on your side? Because I had to play with the settings because it was only going up to 480, and originally when I used to stream 4 years ago it was 1080, and I just want to make sure if I actually fixed it properly this time. Yes, quality snipe. Thank you so much. So then the thing I did work. Good. Because that shit was annoying. Kraken Dog, why did you leave? Okay, that's fine. We'll finish it for Rufus. Was that it? I don't know. You guys ran. You guys actually ran this one. That's funny. Oh, you're such a little baby, Lessa. Such a baby. Okay, let's leave the raid. Yeah, we are not listening to Screamo this early in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I am doing that to you. No. Okay. Let's do our daily stuff because it is 10:40. And I can get these done really quickly. I've also, yesterday, I did all the, what do you call it, crafting stuff. So that's all done, thankfully. Yeah, because right now the only thing I need to do is... Let's see. Well, let's grab that. Now, I guess I could ask them to go through all this with me just to be like the ha ha ha, it's been completed kind of shit. But, because for the longest time I was a solo player and I never really did warband shit. For the better part of like the first year and a half, like I was never really part of a warband, like actively. We kind of just all did our own thing. Let's see here. I need like 1,300 battle pass points. You finished with Struggler's Path also? Good. That's good crack. Am I actually good with that too? Oh no, I haven't even like I said, I haven't checked anything today. Claim. I think I was done with this. Yeah, I did this a while ago because I used that. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing else for me to really claim because it's already been maxed out. I can claim the Apostles Challenge and I can kill him 14 times. He's good for experience, but that's basically it. Vanguard is still needed. Terror Rift. Defensive. Yeah, that's not bad. All clans on deck, we already finished that for the clan itself. Colossal Surge. Yeah, sure, give me that, but it's not going to do anything because I finished this thing like 2 weeks ago. Like I said, they should have increased this for people like me we got to that, and then we could have upgraded another one. Great, I couldn't upgrade this to 5 if I wanted to, because there's just no way. But for the amount of time they increased it, I'm sure the whales would have appreciated that to no end. Yeah, so I need 3 dungeons. That expired, unfortunately, so I have to relist that. Invite me if you need a tag along. Even Mischief finished Clan on deck before the main. Yeah, like I finished that shit literally the first day that it came out, and I was just like, okay, I'm good. I'll claim that. Daily awards. Thank you. I'm gonna wait to claim this thing, which was killing that last boss with Ragnagon and Echo. So I'm gonna save that for when I need it. Okay. Yeah, there's really nothing else really to worry about. Besides just doing the daily stuff now. The gem stuff. Getting the battle pass like finished off. Okay, let's get back to doing our bounties. Who am I to say no to blue monsters? Come on now. Okay, let's kill some mages. Oh, Control Alt Defeat is over here doing some stuff. Hopefully they're not AFK farming. Not that I have a problem with it, but some people do. My farming is just done in dungeons. I don't like AFK farming in the overworld. I'm sure it has its perks, but I'd rather get 2 dungeons for the greens. Yeah, but pass will be done by Monday. Then claim everything. Yeah, Crack, I'm not gonna claim anything in my battle pass until the end of the battle pass. Only because then I can get a really big boost. And I'll just have to make sure I kind of, not even like under level, just be at server level when that happens. Because I'm always above server level every single week, that it really makes no sense for me to ever want to grab that on a Monday. Like Echo does, and some other people do. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can tolerate the red dots of doom. I can tolerate it. Yeah, I'd rather do Verge to get Monster Essences because you get them faster. And now that the book is right there, you know what I mean? Not only do you get the Monster Essence in the Battle Pass for the Monster Essence, but you also get your gems. It's a win-win. Including if the Monster Essence book is the bonus of the day. And you get double PP. It's great. You know, and the runes. I really don't get that many runes from Verge, though. I don't know. Monster Essence galore. I'll get anywhere from 2 to 3 Monster Essences per run. Alright. And that's what I mean. That's 4 done. It's like... Could I use a Terra Essence bounty? Yes. Would I get a possibly better piece of gear? Yeah. But what I end up doing is I use 10 Terra Essence every 10 levels. It gives me 10 chances to get legendary gear that I can equip at my level. And they're fast when you do the spires. Almost as fast as just doing the bounties. Yeah, the stream looks cleaner. At least from my end, it looks cleaner. I'll have to watch the stream afterwards just to see if there's anything I need to fix, audio-wise, vision-wise. Actually, is anyone in the actual clan needing anything? I didn't even check. I'm so sick of getting these I'm sorry, Solonari. You know, I actually have a funny little... Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to die here. No, 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 no. Okay. Why am I blinking on that right now? Okay, that's fine. Didn't think there was a U, but there is a U. Don't judge. It's still in the morning and I haven't had coffee, I'm just having tea. Because according to my doctor, I need to lay off that because of my blood pressure. Sad. Because I run on coffee. Oh, wait. I saw that. Who am I to say no to more experience? I'll say, I saw that little glowy thing on the map. It's because you are an emo inside. He's like, bite my tongue. No, I'll just bite you. I'll just bite you, Sully. Don't start going Shakespeare, Red says. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yes, on my stream. You are. Oh, Sully, Sully, Sully. I don't think he realized. Well. Oh wait, don't die. See, multitasking. He goes, well, on that case, bite me daddy. Is there an emoji that's appropriate for this? Hold on. Yes. Come here, my pretty. Clarice. Oh, boy, that was funny. Oh, man. Hold on, hold on. You guys must be included in this conversation. There you go. Bro, it's my name. Oh boy. Oh man. Boy, oh boy. Well, you be safe, Crack. Don't break anyone's back while you're fixing them and adjusting them. And there, Soli. Bam. Hello, Soli. Hold on, I can do this. Pin. Hello, Sole. I'm good. Already did raids. Now just doing bounties. Then I'll probably do dungeons to max out the BP for the week. That's all. That's all. Simple as that. And do normal gem stuff, but that's besides the point. You guys just want to die, don't you? Thank you. Thank you for dying. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for my first live stream. You know, that's the thing. Tuesday was my first live stream back after 4 years, and I'm just doing what I want to do. I don't really have a set plan in mind yet. That's just, you know, brutal honesty there. I just gonna do what I want to do. That's the best way to start. If you don't know what to do, just get online and start doing it. And then it'll just come to you afterwards. You'll find out what you want to do. Some people like to do the news. Some people like to just give advice. Some people make this their life. Just depends on what you want to do, man. I just do that for fun. This to me used to be my hobby, and I'm just getting back into the hobby. Where did you post that question? Because I didn't see that question. In my opinion, just do what you like to do. Pick a game you like to play that you can spend a few hours a day enjoying. And then after that, record the game. And depending on how you want to do it, because I've gone to your YouTube channel. Last night, I was working and it was bad last night. Okay? I had to pronounce someone not viable for resuscitation. So it was a bad night. But I didn't see it last night. Was it on Discord? Let me see. Because I can imagine it being on Discord. Oh, apparently I missed quite a few things. Da, 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 da. Oh, there's actually a person called Daddy Bear? Well, that's cute. Let's see. Yeah, that did have to suck, man. It was bad. Even the way that we found him, it was not decent. Is the best way I can say it. Oh, over here in general chat. Also, ask in the clan chat as well as here better odds. No, I don't see it there. I see Zon here. Oh, Zon was asking for... I'm surprised I didn't get that, campfire chat. Oh. Family chat? No. Scrappy Echoes Warband chat? Wow, I missed a shit ton of crap yesterday. That's what happens when you put things on mute after you say nice job to Red for becoming a possible partner. Yeah, I'm not going to share any of that stuff. That's just way too personal, and people are not part of our community, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, which chat did you put in, Solo? Oh, you didn't share it on Discord. Okay, sorry. I was looking through Discord and trying to find it. And then I look at the stream and you're like, nah, I didn't put it there. Fuck you, man. I want people's opinion. I didn't want the family's opinion. I want friends' opinion. Do I stream on Twitch also? No, I do not. At least not yet. I've been a YouTube person for a long time. That's where I get most of my thrill and enjoyment out of, is on YouTube for personal and hobby. Okay, so tonight we're fighting Exchange. And we're going to probably fight Happy Valley because I can see them winning anyway. They don't have to be a Diablo fanboy. They could just be a Sully fan. You could do multiple things. It doesn't have to be just Diablo. You could do games like Clash of Clans. You could do MOBA games. You can do strategy games. You can play role-playing games. You could play console games. You could play this game. You could be a beast at this game. You could share your vision and how you play in this game. Yeah, that's why you didn't post in Discord. Yeah. Yeah. You know who I would love to see have... Actually, I'm not sure. Does Red even have a YouTube channel? I know he has a account. Hold on. YouTube. I'm not sure. Done. I'm not sure. I would have to go into like Echo's old videos and try to find Red in the comments somewhere. Or, actually, hold on. Nope, I don't have permission to be sharing Echo's voice. But I can look over here to the comments. I'm doing it like not on the actual window because I don't have permission to be doing that kind of stuff. Oh, there it is, Red October. Yeah, he does have a YouTube channel and he posts he only has 29 subscribers. You know what, Red? There you go. I just subscribed to you. I think I'm already subscribed to you too, Sully, if I'm not mistaken. Right? I believe I did. I was not. I am now. There you go. He is going to need one as a Diablo content creator. Yeah. So... Who's watching China Post? Red? Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so exchange. Let's find out where exchange is for... Because this is what I like to do. Because I like to look at who is where for what we're fighting. I know sometimes Red just goes, it's going to be a good fight, it's going to be an easy fight, it's going to be a rough fight. But I actually like to look to see where they actually are in the ranking. We're still 15. We just need a tower. I know Happy's gonna win. That's why I know Saturday is gonna be an uphill battle again, even though they're family to us. Actually, I'm not sure if they're family. I haven't really scoured everything. I don't see exchange in the top 100s. That sounds bad, but... Yeah, I don't see him in the top 120s either. Yeah, so it looks like that's going to be a really easy fight for tonight. That's going to be an easy fight. And then when it comes to the Accursed Towers, Red's going after this one. And these people do not look like a threat. At all. They're a really small clan from what... Like, there's some people that's at server level. But the ones that are... Yeah, they're not even max stuff. It's gonna be... We're probably gonna steamroll them. So I kind of feel bad. This crew, though, I tried looking them up and I couldn't find them. So I don't know what their whole thing looks like. Yeah, we normally win Thursdays, we lose Saturdays because we're put up against the 10 clans all the time. Because we're in the 15th spot, which means we're part of Group A and B every single week. If we had more people get on, it would be great, but I'm not pushing that. I'm not pushing that big red button to Red October, because it's his clan, it's his family, I'm just a guest. More importantly, I'm Misery's guest. So, with that being said, I don't poke my nose where it doesn't belong. I just exist for the clan, and I help the clan. I think it is. Solely, I think it is. Hey, Crack, you don't have to worry about if you need to join or not. It's going to be pretty easy tonight. I don't think we're going to have too much of a fight from the other team. Is it possible that they could come out in a big force? Yeah, could. Is it most likely going to happen? I don't know. I just know that I got a new Samsung 25 because my 22 got bricked with the UI 7 update, where it just crashes every time I play Diablo Immortal. And then I had to upgrade my phone because there is no patch fix for it. Yay. And it was with the Snapdragon Generation 1. And I tried looking up every single way to fix it. And I tried every way to fix it. And it continued to just keep crashing. So that's fun. But when I play on my mobile now, I log in so quick. Like, I am running halfway across the map. I'm not paying attention right now. I'm running like halfway across the map in Battleground and people are still standing still in the front. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of felt like a void on YouTube for content creators. So I was like, I used to. See, that's what I mean. Like, so like I got into like a little side mission over here. When it comes to live streaming, if there's a void in an area that you enjoy, it's like a prime location for you to join in. Like, I used to love watching Misery when he streams, and he hasn't been streaming that much. Which made me really sad. But then, some people in my warband were telling me like, oh, you should make YouTube videos. And I'm like, I used to. I should do it again. And now here I am just doing it again. I will say live streaming is much easier than making videos because you just let whatever happens on a live stream happen. It's 2005. Ah, okay. Maybe they're fans of it. Yeah, his streams are a great deal of entertainment for me. I love his streams. Echo streams are okay. Sometimes it's like he's like trying to be a klutz on purpose. I don't know. Maybe that's just his personality in general, but sometimes he's just very klutzy when he's like, oh, wait, is that there? And I'm like, you've been playing the game for 3 years, man. Don't tell me you're having amnesia. Please don't tell me you're having Alzheimer's start setting in this early in life. Please no. But in my opinion, if Misery, and again, this is just me thinking, if Misery, Echo, Tempered came on for all the wars or all the like PvP fights for the clan, we would be much stronger for all the fights. Miss is definitely more adult. He drinks on stream. He drinks on stream and he gives his opinions with no, well, I wouldn't say no care, with little care and more regard to what he's saying. Because he actually thinks about things before he says it. But then sometimes he's just really heated and he just says what's up around his mind. I'm like, yes, that's what we're all thinking. But then again, I think that's just a generational thing because me and him are roughly around the same age. We both kind of grew up with that kind of, I'm just going to tell you how it is and I don't care if you like it. If you got Miz drunk, it must be because you challenged him to take a shot every single time something happened. Solely. I'm not saying you're not strong, Sully. You are just as strong as me if I had to actually put it. Maybe even stronger than me. I know I can keep up with tempered damage, but I'm not tempered with resonance. Just like when I was on Echo's stream helping with the G5 raid. I can keep up to a certain point, but then after that point, I'm just little compared to Ragnadon and all them. Like, I'll stay alive, but damage output, when it gets to a certain point, if I don't have the power, I don't have the power. But I make do with what I got. Yeah, I'm not... See, like, you're talking about Twitch and stuff like that, and I do not understand Twitch whatsoever. I would have to watch a YouTube video and understand how everything works on Twitch in order to stream properly. Because they have a whole different thing about subscribing, and it has its own things. Like, I did make an account. Don't get me wrong. I made an account. I just haven't used it yet because I don't understand that whole environment. And once I understand it, then I'll upgrade my Stream Deck. Not Stream Deck. What is it called? Streamlabs. To stream both at the same time. But I'm more of a YouTube guy anyway. Who did the most damage than that? Me. And I'm not even thinking. Oh, you goddamn butcher. You always have to ruin a good thing. Nope. Sit. Just go to sleep. No one cares about you. No one likes you. Man, the only reason I consistently out DPS people way higher level than me is because of my mobile mages. Right, because you do... You're a Necro, right? Solely? Like that's your main? Yeah. Do you like any of the new essences for Necro? Because I have tried them for Demon Hunter and I don't like any of the ones that they gave me. What I would like them to make for Demon Hunter is give me some lifesteal. Give me lifesteal for the squishy nature of a Demon Hunter. So that way I can suck some kind of health back from my attacks. The Rhino... I thought the Rhino was supposed to be good. What happened? I know they shrunk it. Right? Because it's not as big as it was in the trailer. Well, like, what's bad about it? It's anticlimactic. I was expecting a lot more. Okay. What were you expecting of the Rhino, besides riding it? Were you expecting to have some kind of, like, burn... Like, a burn trail? Were you expecting to have, like, an earthquake kind of, like, gravity thing where they get stunned in place? What were you expecting from what you got? I understand you were expecting a lot more. But what were you hoping that you would get as a necro? Like, I'm gonna put it this way: as a necromancer, right, with the essence that was coming of a rhino, what did you want it to do? But it is a mount. Like, you have control of it when you're riding it, don't you? Of, like, where you want to go with it? Because this isn't like World of Warcraft where you hop on, like, an eagle and you start just traversing the area without attacking. Like, it has to have a function. For instance, the new essences for Demon Hunter made my Sentry into, like, it acts like my Daring Swing, where it shoots out ropes and it stuns people in place. But in tower form. Like, what were you hoping that your Rhino was going to do? Like, what's something that the Necro needs that it doesn't have? Because that's how I look at my character as a Demon Hunter main person. I would like to have lifesteal for how squishy a Demon Hunter is. Like, give me a skill where every single... Like, when it's in Survivor's Bane, the Sentry, one of the upgrades is every arrow gives me 5% life back with enemy hit. Give me that as an essence for one of my skills, where it gives me lifesteal. Because the last, for Inferno 5, they was like, we're gonna make Demon Hunter a poison damage kind of guy. And I'm like, alright, cool. Except that sucks for people who don't have high potency. And for the people who have super high resistance, it doesn't do anything. So that doesn't help anyone. Unless you're a whale. And you have all your normal gems maxed out. That build is not successful. The only one that's been really successful is what GameZone has put out for PvP. And my thing is nothing like his. It has some things of his, but it's nothing like his. Because I don't like the shuriken. Even though there's, like, Inferno essences that lets them sprint around me. It's just, it's not what I like to do, because I'd rather, you know, lock someone in place far away with my rope that hits every second, and then I can just go, okay, I'm gonna walk away from you and just keep hitting you as I back up. That's how I help out with Shadow Wars all the time in towers. I lock them next to where I want them to be, and then I just keep hitting them. But then if I get hit or I get stun locked, I don't have any kind of skill to really give me life back. Yeah, like, Necro has so many different types of builds that it just depends on what you want to do. You guys have, like, the jack-of-all-trades kind of thing going on for you. You can basically... You could be a tank. Like a barbarian. You can be a buffer, like Crusader. You can be a ranger, like a wizard or a tempest. You can do mass summons and have a ton of gems that increase your damage for every summon you have, and then it's just absurd for how much damage you put out. You guys have, what else do you guys have? You have one of the highest mobilities in the game, below Tempest. You guys have great crowd controlling, where it's been since the beginning of the game. It's almost out, like, not even matched for crowd control. All your skills are really potent in nature, so if you just boost your potency, you pretty much stun lock or poison anyone that you want. You guys are versatile as fuck. No, you guys have... I wouldn't say a master of none. Like, you are a jack of all trades. Some of them are just better than others. But again, it depends on your playstyle. Demon Hunter, it's very, like... It's just DPS heavy. That's it. Like... There's DPS for Demon Hunter, and there is ranged support where I just put down CC. That's it. And then if you have enough resonance and normal gems that are high enough, you can do a full potency build. Where you can burn them, you can bleed them, you can poison them. But you can't do all of them at the same time unless you have the right gems doing it. I know it's the end of the quote. But you guys do have, like, masteries of certain aspects of your builds. Because you guys basically dominate the meta. There was a point where I would fight a whole team 2 years ago of just Barbarian and Necro. And nothing else. And that's frustrating to me as a Demon Hunter. Because then, like, you have people stunning me in place from far away that I can't hit. And then the people who are coming close to me to hit are immune to death. And unless I put, like, a shit ton of stuff that's going to make me tanky, then I lose all my damage. There is no middle ground for Demon Hunter. You're either full attack, full support, or you make yourself tanky but no damage. That's why they really need something for essences that gives us some health back per hit. It doesn't even have to be a lot. For fuck's sake, it could be like 10%. Like, you get 10% of the damage that you deal back as health. I'd be fine with that. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, just 6-piece Fithus gives you that little ring. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. And then it goes away. When you have these other, like, classes that have, like, I'm going to have an infinite golem. Right, Soli? Like, I could just have an infinite golem or an infinite knight that just spawns itself with no input from me whatsoever. Yeah, I get the reference from Sailor Moon. I get the reference. Well, this map got really foggy. Right, you guys seeing that on your side? A little bit. It's super foggy. Yeah, solely. I'm 35. I'm gonna be 36 this year, in October. Like, I get the reference. I grew up with Sailor Moon. I grew up with Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Charmed, Bones, and NCIS. Like, I grew up with TV was less restrictive, and it was more fun. Where some things got away with, like Boy Meets World, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna use like real life problems in our TV show, and it's gonna be serious. You're 43. Ah. So you're over the hill, you're saying? You're over the hill solely? Real life problems is growing pains, yeah. So you're saying you wake up already in pain? That's not good, man. You should never wake up with growing pains. Unless it's the fun kind of growing pain. You still haven't answered my question though, Soli. Like, as a... Because you main Necro, right? As a person who mains Necro, what is Necro missing that you would want to have? When I hit 40, that was the zenith. Oh boy. Yeah. I know Growing Pains is from the 80s. Just because I'm 35 doesn't mean I don't know what happened in the 80s and what was giving. We inherited some of your stuff. Your generation gave us a lot of Growing Pains. And the Brady Bunch. And, well, what else can I say that you're probably gonna laugh at? You can't put your finger on it? Well, what it's missing? Okay. What would make it better as a lifestyle change for you as a Necro? That's another way of putting it. Instead of like, what is it missing? What would make your Necro experience better from what it is right now? Like if there was a skill that you had that you would want to use, but it's just not usable, what would make it usable? Screw the Brady Bunch? Aww. You don't like the Brady Bunch? I'm pretty sure you were a Flintstones guy growing up. If you don't like the Brady Bunch, then you were a Flintstones, Scooby-Doo kind of person. Give back your parting gift to me. You know what? I didn't really find that to be a problem. And a lot of people are going to be like, yes, it was. I'm like, no, it really wasn't. Because you can out-damage someone after they get out of immunity. And you can correct me. But, after the time went off, right? Unless you had a lot of beneficial effect duration and cooldown reduction. Unless I'm wrong, it wasn't that overpowered. Because in that split second where it would go down, you could get dropped by someone with enough power. Right? So I don't find that to be a problem. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But the bosses could take all 5 away with one shot in a dungeon, right? But for PvP, someone like me, right? Like you see how fast I'm hitting, right? And how fast I'm shooting. You can't tell me that it's a problem when I'm shooting this fast and you only have 5 shots of immunity. Right? It was not overpowered for you guys. Yeah, exactly. Right. It was not a problem. Because there were times when I would fight against Necros, or I would see Necros in a party, like right now, and we're just doing damage, and they would go down with the immunity. Or they would give the whole party immunity, right? Because your thing works for the whole party. And it would help me survive because I'm too squishy. And now, it's just a reduction of damage. And I still die now. There's really no protection. And the protection it gave, if you can out DPS it, then you're fine. Yeah. And the thing is, like, everyone in the community kind of feels it now whenever we do anything. That even the fact that you guys lost the immunity sucks for you guys, right? It also sucks for us as other players playing with you. What's even worse is when you guys abandon it, right? Because you're like, well, it lost its usefulness and now it just sucks, right? We all now feel even more squishy. Except for the people who just have, like, undying rage. And they just don't die. Because they're immune to all damage still. There's no damage reduction. They're still immune. But God forbid the Necromancer keeps hits immunity. Because it actually helped them and the party. And I know people who like that skill is going to be like, well, there's a reason. You know, it's like, no. It's just they want to push a certain class better than others. That's what it is. And if too many people complain about one class saying that it's unbalanced or unfair, then I'm looking at the full picture of what it does to the people around that person. Because I can guarantee you that most people who played Necromancer, who had the skill, loved having it not just for themselves. Oh, look at that! Krakendock, you're in my party and I didn't even invite you. But you're here. Welcome. Can you stop kissing the floor? Thank you. Yeah, it just sucks. Because they take something away from you, but in turn they take something good away from the whole community in large that helped free-to-play and low spenders actually survive these big fucking hits from raid bosses. And in turn made the raid bosses harder. Which was their plan. It was definitely their plan to do that, and it was within their right to do that. Okay, can you... I was getting stun-locked by tentacles. Timer lag? Yeah. You know, that's why I think it's unfair. Whenever they do nerfs, they don't really think about the longevity of the nerf. They're like, this is a problem. We must fix it. Okay, we fixed it. Community's pissed? It's okay. Like, one of the best things they did for Demon Hunters, that most Demon Hunters just don't fucking use, unless you're a low level, is the helmet that gives us critical hit chance, and no one used it because it would literally say it takes 10% of your life every second for 6 seconds. So then you would be down 60% of your life because you used the helmet to increase your combat, to increase your critical hit rating. And then they decreased it to 5%, and we were like, okay, that's more manageable. And then they removed that completely, but at this point it's like we don't want more critical hit. Like, once you get to a certain point, that's it. You don't need any more critical hit. They do much to the classes with nerfs and buffs, but they do nothing about the bot. Yeah, the bots. That's a whole different discussion that we can open that can of worms. You know, there's a lot of things that they could fix, but then, you know, like Echo's Will friend said, you know, they're the ones who are financially supporting the game sometimes, so it is what it is. But you know, you pick your battles. That's all I say. Pick your battles. Like on Tuesday, I was saying how I'm kind of excited for the cross-server market, but it's going to have its own problem once it launches. And I can give like a little snippet here if you want to understand why I think it's going to happen when that happens, just based off other games I played with cross markets. But it's going to be a mess, if not completely unbearable for like the first month, because there's going to be so much manipulation of the market that's not even going to be funny. Exactly, you choose the hill you want to die on. That's it. Like, do I think it's a good idea to have a cross market? Yes. Do I know what can happen in worst case scenario? Also yes. Do I think the worst case scenario is going to happen? Absolutely, within the first 1 to 2 months it's going to happen. And then it will normalize. But the first 1 to 2 months, it's going to be hell for everyone, because everyone's either going to be really happy or really pissed. And there's going to be no in between. It's not going to kill it. It's going to split the player base. It's going to split the player base, and it's going to be splitting it in a way that people are probably not expecting. I'll explain what I mean after we finish this dungeon and like go into the market and explain why things are going to happen. I could be wrong. Blizzard could probably future-proof it, and what I'm about to say doesn't happen. But, you know, that goes on the suggestion of what should happen if you're going to do a cross-market platform. So if you want to hear that solely, I will be more than happy to like give you my 2 cents on that. So that way you understand what I'm thinking when it comes to the cross-market. If not, then you can look through somewhere like midway through Tuesday's stream where it was talked about. Or I can summarize it in like about 5 minutes when I open up the marketplace. It's already split, but what you say I think will split it more. Yes, please tell me. I like your thought process. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the market. Let's go to the marketplace. And I'm going to explain my thought process. Okay? So, marketplace. Platinum galore. Use your real money to buy anything you want. Whales galore. They will spend money to max out their shit to make them look like a god. Whatever, right? That's fine. Everyone do your own little thing. No problem with that. Now, legendary gems. These guys, right? But more importantly, going all the way down, these fuckers, right? All the 5 stars. Doesn't matter which one. Choose your picking. Doesn't matter, right? I'm just going to go with the most prevalent one right now, which is Colossus Engine. Everyone wants it, right? You see the 2-star is at 63,861. Right? That's what that base level is going for right now because it's a hot item. People want it. You have the 3-star that's at 64,000. That's actually not a bad price for the 3-star if someone wants to get that. But 4-star, it goes from, remember, 2-star is 63. 4-star is 185. Right? And then if you want to be a real baller, go to 5 stars. The lowest one you can get right now is at 585,505. Right? For comparison, this one that's all the way down here, which I can't look up the whole number, but it says 640,000 and something. Right? At the most. This is market manipulation. So for instance, if I wanted to sell my Hilton Many Realms, you see how the base rate is at 59,000? Okay? That's the base. That's because that's what it's technically should go for at base value. No one wants that one, so it's fine, right? If I lower it, the lowest I can put it is at 50% off and is at 29,513. And you want to know something that's funny? That's actually the true base of what a 2-star out of 5-star should be. And you're going to be like, why do you say that? Because if you go to the buy section, you go to Legendary Gems, and if I go to, like, Bloodsoaked Jade, it's at 57. But when I first came onto this server about 2 months ago, you could get a 2-star gem for about 30 to 35,000. It's only at 59,000 because that was the lowest bid before other people start putting it at the... Well, that was the highest bid for a 2-star before the next person also put it around the same amount. And then the next person put it above that to make a little more profit, and a little more profit, and a little more profit, and it gets bad. Now, when the whole cross-server market happens, we're going to have an influx of all these gems. And the problem is, every server's gems are not rated at the same market value. You have some Bloodsoaked Jades that are a 2-star going for 70,000 on some servers, and you have some Bloodsoaked Jades that are going for 40,000. Yeah, 59 is the average for the server, right? That's the average of what a 2-star goes for. If you wanted to get a 5-star, because I did the math, right? Because I was watching a stream about a month and a half ago of Misery, and he was talking about buying gems, and I did the math. If you wanted to rank up a Bloodsoaked Jade from level 1 to level 10, you would need to have spent roughly, I'm including gem power in this, $20,000 for that one gem. That includes, mind you, I'm saying buying, as in you're going into the market as a whale and you're just buying the gems as they are for the cheapest price. To get all 80, I think it's 80 copies. Yeah, right? What the fuck? Yeah. It's about $20,000 if you were to buy all the gem resonance, like the gems to input into it. The gem resonance that you would have to put into that gem as just like the base gems. But then every 5-star gem would cost just base to get enough copies of the gem is about anywhere between 16,000 to 20,000 depending on the market. If you wanted to then upgrade it because you need the gem power, you add another $5,000 into it. So roughly around 25,000 at the most. That's for one gem. One gem. One 5-star. Right? One gem. One 5-star. It's about $25,000. If you were to buy it outright, not run refs, buy it outright. If you were to buy it outright, and this is why I say it's important for the cross market, you buy it outright, there's going to be an influx of multiple different amounts of gems and at different platinums. If Blizzies was smart, right? Do not, and this is going to stop a lot of like the third-party buying and selling of platinum for shit. Don't give us this option right here while I'm doing. Don't do it. Have a base rate for the gems, and don't have us make a difference. Just have it as a flat rate. As soon as you merge everything together, redo the market system so that it cannot be manipulated. People can post them, people can buy them, you take your 15% cut, and the market stays stable. And you have, like, for a 2 out of 5-star gem, it's anywhere between like 40,000 to 50,000. Well, I'm just saying ballpark, right? Let's say 45,000 for a 2-star. For a 3 out of 5-star, make that like 70,000. For a 4 out of 5, make that like 100,000. And then for a 5 out of 5-star, make that like 200,000 platinum. Or even you go down a little less, make it 150,000. Not what it is for like 524,000. Yeah, they used to not have to buy this one first thing. But look at it this way. If they made it stable, I'm going to say stable, right? And you do not give us the players, which I know a lot of players are going to be like, but I need to make platinum. If the market was not as volatile as it is, right? Because you have to think of big picture. It's not just your server now. It's everyone's server. So your platinum can be going to someone else's server. Your economy platinum is going to another server. Okay? Gotta think of it like it's the real world. If you have a bank here in the United States and you are sending money overseas, that's like you're sending money to another server. Okay? There has to be a regulation. You can't have a manipulation of currency. There has to be some kind of standard. There has to be a conversion of our server to their server. And that can't happen on an online game. You can have set standards for what this gem should cost. Because you're not going to tell me that if you're over here in our server, right? Ice Frontier, and then I want to sell my gem and someone from my old server, Greed server, wanted to buy it. The way the market is right now, when all those gems come together onto the marketplace, Phoenix Ashes, this normal of 47, might not be the way it goes for as the lowest, as it's set right now. It could be 29,000. Which means there's going to be a lot of people who will never sell their gems because then they're going to be trying to undercut each other and no one will make platinum. If you regulate it and the prices are stagnant at that, they can't change, you just buy the gem you want when you want it. Everyone profits. Blizzies profits because they always take 15%. The rest of the platinum go to the other person who's selling the gem, and then they can use that money to buy another gem. Now, granted, you still have to add a little bit of real world money, which makes it so that way Blizzy still makes money off the player for buying platinum if they want to buy platinum. Or for the free-to-play or low spender who want to grind platinum, then they can grind the platinum and say, okay, I know that the market's not going to change, so I can work on getting enough platinum for that gem I need. The market won't change. I don't have to worry that if I put in so much work to go get enough for a Phoenix Ashes, like if you want it, right? Say that you're working towards a Phoenix Ashes and it was at 47,000 and you worked your butt off for it. You sold your normal gems for it. And this goes for this too. Like the same thought process. Have a standard. Because you see the 50 over here? That's cool. That's cool. But if you go up far enough, right? There's only 10 pages. But it's going for 50. But if you wanted to sell a gem, like a regular gem, right? I have power to manipulate it. And I understand that's the whole process that they were thinking of, like, oh, we're going to make it so that way people can, you know, make platinum if they don't want to spend real world money. Yeah, exactly. We're a cluster. But the way that the market is going to happen, all those clusters are pretty much like countries around our globe. So there has to be some kind of regulation there. Because if you put in so much gems onto one selling market, like the open stock market, right? It's all based on supply and demand. You're going to tell me that once all those gems come in, we're not going to see a crash of price? There's going to be an influx of different servers' things. And you have to start treating platinum like it's a world currency that gets transferred in between clusters, not just your cluster. You have to start thinking like our cluster is going to send money to Europe. Or it's going to go to, like, from here to Canada, or sending money from here to Mexico. yeah, we do need to stop referring it as servers. But the thing is, I think as a gamer, it's easier to think of like I'm on server da 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 instead of I'm on server cluster da 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 this server. You know what I mean? Um, but at that point, if you're gonna merge all of the marketplace together, then why don't you just merge all the US servers together into one big ass cluster? Why? Because that would throw off the immortal, that would throw off the whales, and then there would only be one immortal group, and that looks really bad for the game. That's why the market is being kept separate. That's why. And rightfully so, it should be kept separate. But as the server clusters get smaller and smaller and get closer and closer together, you know, you're going to have only whales fighting for immortal, and the rest of us is just going to be like, that's it. At that point, it's just going to be a whale game. And then the game will truly die. Because then it'll just be the whales fighting for the status. Yeah, when people start only referring to Iceburn, it clogs that server. Yeah, it does. But at the same time, like, don't you want to have more people on your server to make the server more active? Because the more active the server is, the better it looks to have other servers join yours as a cluster, instead of you joining another cluster because it's showing that your server isn't active or it's not as desired. That's just my thought process. Call me crazy, call me an idiot. I don't care. That's just my thought process. But when that update does come for the marketplace, it's going to be a mess. Because there's going to be people who are going to be super happy for the cheap prices from other servers. And there's going to be people who are never going to sell their gem at all until they change their price. And then it's really going to kill the low spenders and free-to-play who just work so hard to get that purple crest, and then they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to follow like Echo's advice now. I'm going to sell this gem that I'm not going to use, and then almost never sell the gem unless it's really needed by someone. And you have it at the price that the person wants. It does bog down the server if more people are on your server. But then if Blizzies really cares, they will increase the server capabilities to handle the workload. But that means them spending money. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? But that's my 2 cents. Yeah, it would be nice, but that would, again, mean that people like YouTubers who want to make content are on different servers and promote their own server. Like you said you were... Well, what server are you on? Let me see here. You're on Worldstone. Right, okay, so you're on Worldstone. Are you telling people, like, hey, if you want to play Diablo, come join the Worldstone server, right? Like, are you doing that to, like, help promote your server that you're on? Or you're not because it's already part of a server cluster? Because the lag that everyone experiences is also based on the cluster of the servers that were merged, not just the individual server. So if there's an influx of people that come onto one server, or server cluster, everyone feels it. It's not just the server itself, too. Like, I was part of the Greed server cluster. And the only reason I was part of that server cluster was because I originally played with a friend from work. And then he kind of gave up on the game because it was so pay to win heavy. And I understand what he means by that because he's played mobile games before, but he was like horrified by how badly the power shift is, right? And it turned him off to the game completely. And then he sees me still playing and he's like, has it gotten any better? And I'm like, in some regards, yeah. In other regards, there's still a huge power break point. But, you know, let them play what he wants to play and I'll play what I want to play. And then he just looked at me like, so you don't care that you get stomped by whales all the time? Like, no, I still care. I just care a little less. That's all it is. Yeah. And that's fine to do. Just be like, yeah, hey, you know, if you want to play with me, you could join any, like that's the best way to do it, right? Is, hey, if you want to play with me, you could join any one of these servers and we'll be able to play together. Right? And you know, that was the benefit of what Blizzies did, to be like, yeah, you're still going to have your original server, but these servers can communicate and interact with each other's. But just because they interact with each other doesn't mean that they don't all experience the lag that happens when they become populated. Like, from what I've noticed, that our server, like this, the one I'm in, right? Because I joined right after Misery to Iceburn 2. Like maybe a month after Misery joined. I joined this server. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's pretty nice and quiet during the day. It's not a lot of people on, and if there are people on, they're doing their own thing. But the server, you really start feeling like the difference of quality of gameplay is at night, when more people are out of work. Or leaving work. But it's not unbearable. That's why I'm not really too worried about when people are like, oh, come join the Iceburn tier server. Like Echo says in every video, if you want to come play with us, join the Iceburn tier server. He's not saying cluster. He's saying server. Because he wants his server to be more active. And I see nothing wrong with that. But I see your point where it's like, it bogs down the server. Yeah. But if there's an appeal for more people joining one server over the others of the cluster, it makes that server look better. Makes it look more happy that people want to be part of that server. Not so much of, well, people are all joining this cluster because they have a way to look at everything. They know how many players are on each server within the cluster. And I'm sure that they have a reason to be like, yeah, that's cool, that's good. Thanks for the data. We know that this server is popping. And then other people would be like, okay, you know, there's influence, and that's why it's busy. You know, you could tell Echo, hey, you should make a video explaining server clusters. So that way new players can understand if they, like, when they move over to a different server or to his server that he's on, our server, then he can explain, like, look, you don't have to join my server, but if you want to play with us, the Scrappy Echoes, you can join the server cluster where we can still interact with each other and you can still be part of my clan and be active. But that doesn't mean you have to be tied to my server. But he says, come join the Iceburn tier server, because in his head, like in my head, I look at it as a server, not a server cluster. Your sound is gone, what, in stream or in game? Because I still have sound. Sounds coming out of my headphones. Sounds going into my mic. Try refreshing the streams. Yeah, because everything on my side's working beautifully. I don't know, Sully. Maybe your computer hates you. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for subscribing, though. No, but that's just how it is. Everyone has their own way of doing things. And saying things. But I'm definitely with Misery on, like, his outlook on a lot of things. Give me that. Savage. Okay. Restart? Because I have everything here that's working fine. Now let me check the stream myself. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Yeah, no, I'm hearing it just fine. I don't know what's up with you, Sully, but I just checked the stream myself. No, I'm hearing it. Like, I literally just opened up my own stream. Streamception. Streamception, and it was working just fine for me. I don't know, Sully. I don't know. I do this for fun anyway, so that's just me. I won't end the stream on him so quickly. It's gonna sound really mean though, but when he gets on, he's gonna be like, "Okay, I'm back," and then I'll be like, "All right, this is gonna be the end of the stream." I do have a question though. I do have a question for Sole when he gets back, and then he can explain it. Must be a really big restart. I'm sorry, Sully. I'm sorry that you had to restart so badly. Oh, I do have enough for a 10, though. Wow, you hit the wrong button? Ooh, the thing's not there anymore, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to this then. Stupid hotkeys. Why are your keys so hot? Why, Soleil? Yeah. But that's, again, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion solely. It's when the market gets all squished together, it's going to be interesting what Blizzard does. But that's my opinion. Personally, there should be a standardization of the price of gems. At least. If not, then have hard caps of how much people can raise and decrease. That's more limiting than what we have now. Or at least bring down the price for the low spenders and free-to-play players to have a chance. I know. Don't worry that they're gonna fuck it up. I know. I know they are. And that's the thing that's gonna be bad, because like right now I think where the game is just it's going to only take one good push to like make everyone say fuck it. Because everyone right now is waiting for the druid. And if the druid is as good as the tempest, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. People are gonna love it. But if they fuck up the marketplace, I think that's the push that people are gonna be like, yep. That's it. Is the druid too earthy for you? Is that why? You know, pretty soon they're going to need to do a whole new like load screen logo because there's going to be too many characters for the screen. All right. I'll listen to your take. Oh, let's see. Our age difference isn't too far apart, so I'm probably gonna have the same. Like, I'll probably agree with you, but for the most part. Just like I agree with Misery's stuff a lot, because we're literally almost around the same age. I'm just waiting. I'm legit just waiting for what you type. The two new classes they introduced were totally unique. Stay with that recipe. Yeah, they were. But I feel like there's a but there. You're like, the two classes they introduced were totally unique. But The thing is, how many unique characters do you think they can actually pull out of their pocket? Because if you think about it, right? When they have to create the character, it's not just the character. They have to think about the items, the essences, the looks, the power balancing, where they want it to kind of sit in the power gap, the popularity once it gets released, and or the anticipation. You know, just like we're probably gonna have a brand new Paragon tree when it comes out. See, and that's why I was saying on Tuesday. Like, if the Druid came out, right? Hear me slowly, right? Say the Druid comes out and you have the power to transform into things, right? But you know what else they showed in the first part of the story questline? They can heal the ground of nature. Why not make it a class that you can transform and heal your party? Be a full support with a transformation like a Blood Knight from the werewolf, because we know it can transform. Because it can either transform into a wolf or a bear, right? Let's say that its base ability is transformation, but it has essences where it creates healing fields or healing buffs fields, like a Crusader, but more beneficial. Is it not a Druid? Right? Like, because if you look at the story, right, that they're pushing out, the Druid supposedly watches over the forest, right? And they want to heal the forest. Yes. Then who's not to say that they don't have some kind of naturistic ability where when you transform into certain things, it creates a healing aura around you that heals you and party members close to you. I'm just saying. That could be one of the essences. Because according to the story, they're supposed to be protectors of the forest. You know, and they want the Sharple Wilds to be healthy again. If they bring a pure healing class, it'll be basically just a wizard that can heal. And they'll probably be holding like a book staff, right? In one hand. And they'll probably have like some kind of thing wrapped around their hand, like a magical cloth on the left. I'm not saying clerics are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if you think about it, well, like if you had to think about a cleric, what would it have to look like and how would it have to play? Because as a cleric, you would have to have some, like your abilities would have to be more damaging to demons and undead than players. And when it comes to players, you would be either a buffer and throw down healing circles. You just love to play on words. I can't fault you for that. I can't. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Would I love to see a healing class? Absolutely. Is it needed though at this point in the game? Is the question. Like, could they... Like, if you had to have a cleric, right? In the arcing of the story, right? Because they want to keep building the story. What would have to happen for them to introduce a cleric? Because this game is between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. So the only way I see them doing that is if there was a life-threatening thing that happens with a character in the game. Right? And we're talking a main story character where they're about to die. And you have to go on this magical quest to find a cleric in a faraway land that knows how to heal a demonic wound. Hell, we're already having that kind of story with the prince, right? Because, like, say at the end of the Shovel Wilds, right? Because we're supposed to be, he's like going on this like false prophet kind of thing and healing and all that, right? But he's using an evil power. If they were to make a cleric, have her become part of this story as the next story. As like a thing that's going to actually start healing the people of Worldstone and stuff. Okay, give us a reason to revisit the areas of the game. And heal those places with a cleric. Where you have to purify things. There's family. There's family. Special angels. He's probably just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But yeah, that's just my opinion. Exactly, they would have done that already. Like, if they really wanted to... Because the whole premise of Diablo is that it's you're constantly fighting demons because of the world stone shattering all across the land. And in Diablo 4, it's still going on. I haven't played Diablo 4, but from what I've seen other people say and do, it's still going, like, there's still a demonic presence problem, right? So if they were to release a cleric, they would have to release a cleric for us and Diablo 4 to keep continuity. And if that's the case, unless you just want a cleric just for the cleric. I'm not saying I wouldn't want a purifier. We need a purifier. Do you see how much fucking control there is in the game for stun locking? Or just dot over time damage? There is a need for a cleric or a purifying class. The thing is, how do they put that in and make it viable on their own 2 feet? You can't just have a person come in and be pure support. Because how are they going to get shit done without... You know what I mean? Unless you make all their purifying effects heal your party, but do the same damage to the enemies. Then it would work. They would have a CC range of healing, but if you use that CC on an enemy, it turns into damage. And I totally get that, and I understand that's why you want a cleric, because you're a D&D nerd. But like, you have to think, if you're gonna have a cleric, right, someone who's a purifier, holy, right, then they need to be able to balance how that character is gonna be used. Because if you want someone who's gonna be able to remove dots, poisons, burns, healing, right, give some type of immunity or damage reduction like a cleric would, like as a buff. But then if you use it on an enemy, or you use it on a boss or a demon or an undead character or a beast, it does the exact opposite, will hurt them, then it works. I would love to see that. If they made a class like that, beautiful. But if you're talking like old school cleric where they have a book of spells and they know some healing, well, you already have a character called the wizard in the game that does spells. So then what's the cleric going to do? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I would like to see a cleric. Because I like old school like Final Fantasy games where, you know, you have the white mage and black mages and it's designated roles. If they went that route, I'd be happy too. Wizard, black mage. Cleric, white mage. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That if we're going to have a cleric in the game, it would have to be after the druid, because then it kind of works with the druid storyline of like the world is getting corrupted and it's becoming more evil. Then yeah, cleric. Boom. Someone who understands the properties of healing corrupted souls and shit. I feel like you would have put many hundreds of hours into thinking of what a cleric would be. I would have to say, like, you probably put as much thought into your cleric as much thought as I've put into all my demon hunter abilities and skills and how I want to be a demon hunter. You thought of a game that I may know about. Probably. Yeah, I remember Perfect World. Well, would you want your cleric to be like that? Hold on. I want to make sure that I'm remembering the right thing. Yeah, it's the game I'm thinking of. Yeah. If we had a character like that in the game, absolutely. Yeah, if the cleric was built like that, it would be perfect. Is it still around? Oh, dude, if it's still around, that's great. I thought the game, like, lost its popularity hype. But no, like, if they made a cleric based on that kind of cleric, yes. Or based on, like, my idea of a cleric where it's the same skill can either heal you in the party or do damage to your enemy. Oh, it was sold to... You mean Treyarch? Well, when you say Arc, do you mean Treyarch? That'd be cool if it was. Either way, it's starting to become that time where I need to eat. Because I've been going since 10 a.m. Food is not for the weak. Helps me think. I'm Portuguese. What do you expect? I like food. It's not my fault. You know what, though? I do have a question for you, Sully. If you're up to being honest. It's only up if you're up to being honest, because it's been bugging me ever since I joined Scrappy Echoes. And it doesn't have to do with the clan, so I'm not asking you to betray anyone. Only to betray yourself. So if you want to answer this, like, you can answer it in a private message with me. If you don't want to say it on stream. He's quiet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Okay, alright. So ever since I joined the Scrappy Echoes solely, you know there's one thing that's always bugged me? Is your profile picture. Because Echoes made a little jab about this too, how you guys look literally alike. But that is a picture of Misery you use for your thumbnail, is it not? Like, I'm not being stupid with thinking that. And the reason why I'm looking over here is because that's where the live chat is, by the way. But if you don't want to answer it on stream, like in the YouTube chat, just send me a Discord message. Because, like, it's been messing with me ever since I joined Scrappy Echo. Because sometimes I think I respond, like, I'm looking and it's you talking and not Misery. Because it trips me up sometimes when I'm, like, at work and I'm like, well, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh wait, nope, that's not Misery. And then it's you and I'm like, oh, he has Misery's, like, whole thing going on. Yes, it's a big joke with him. Well, don't get me wrong, it's a really funny thumbnail. You know what I mean? That's why I was just like, shit. Oh, you took a screenshot? That explains it. Dude, do you remember what was going on when you took that stream shot? Like, screenshot of his face like that? Because there must be a story. There has to be a story behind, like, him going... you know? It's either that or you just really like seeing him with his mouth open like that. I don't know. I can't judge. I told him I was going to do it and his reaction was priceless. Was that the reaction that you took? Well, when you told him that you were going to do it? Or did you show him the picture after you said you were going to do it and then he had a good reaction? That makes sense now. That makes sense. I didn't have backstory. That's why I did not have the backstory. There was missing substance. Sadly, I don't, but I'm sure I could find the stream. You know what? Mission. Homework for you. If you could find the old stream and capture that moment, put it in the Discord. And be like, this was the moment everything changed. He didn't see it coming that fast. Oh, man. Shit. Nope, that makes sense, though. I understand. I understand. Right? You bet? You're gonna do that as a mission? Alright, but don't put that mission over, like, showing up for things tonight. Because Red is kind of depending on us to make sure we're on. Because Echo's on right now, too. I think Echo is live streaming right now, isn't he? If he is, then I do have to get off and I have to watch his stream. Yeah, he is. He is live streaming right now. Well, shit. Alright, well, Soli, I'm going to be watching Echo then while I go have some lunch. So, I'll see you in Shadow Wars and Tower tonight, maybe, alright? Alright, bye-bye. You guys have a good time, too, whoever's watching this in the future. Bye-bye, Soli. And Kraken Doc. I'll give you a couple of days. I'll give you all the time you need. That's a